I've got a secret for you. Roll and writes don't always involve rolling or even writing, especially when you're discovering foreign lands. Welcome to Kylie's Pick of the Week. I am Kylie. This is Games Unlimited. And this week, I want to talk about the Guild of Merchant Explorers. This is a game that has all the feelings of a roll and write without any rolling or writing. It's really actually gotten me thinking about what the key elements of what we call roll and writes are, which are games that generally involve like rolling some dice. Everyone has their own little play area, and they're going to decide what to do with those dice. So in theory, everyone could do the exact same thing, but in practice, it's going to be a little bit different. I think games like Welcome To, or even the recent Twilight Inscription kind of do that sort of thing. But what's key to the element, what makes the game feel like a roll and write is I've got my board, I'm doing something on it. Everyone's going to have access to some of the same things, but I'm going to be able to make my own unique outcome. The Guild of Merchant Explorers does that. So in this game, each person's going to have, it plays up to 4 players, have their own little player board here, and instead of writing on the board, you're going to be putting out cubes. As you explore areas, you're putting out cubes, trying to get to different parts of this land. Different things are going to score you points in different ways, so you're trying to get to there are 4 spires usually on the edges of the map that you want to get to. If you can cover over these areas that have coin symbols, that's going to get you coins, which are points at the end of the game. But what's really interesting about the game is you're going to play over the course of 4 ages, and each age, after the end of each age, you have to wipe out the board. So all this work you did with these cubes to get to other areas is gone. So one of the things that you want to try to do is fill in a complete area. So if you look at this area here, there are 5 plains areas. If you can fill in all 5 of that contiguous area of plains, you get to put a village down. And that village will stay, because the key rule in this game is when a card is flipped, and a card's going to be flipped and tell you, hey, you get to put something on a mountain area, or you get to put 2 things on plains areas, etc. They have to be in that area, and they have to be adjacent to either your starting city or one of the villages you've placed or a cube you've already placed. So by putting these villages out there, they're sort of like outposts. So in the future ages, you're going to be able to start from those locations. So that's one of the key things that you want to do is get those villages out there. What makes this interesting is that every player is going to have some unique special abilities. So there's a small deck of 4 or 5 cards that have like, oh, we flip that, everyone gets to put a cube on a mountain, everyone gets to put a couple cubes on water. But there are also going to be special things that come up. So in Age 1, when the Age 1 card comes up, everyone gets dealt a couple of special cards. And that gives them a unique ability. Like this here shows one of those unique abilities where that person gets to place 4 contiguous cubes on mountain and or water. That's unique to whoever takes that card. And every time the Age 1 card comes out, because it's going to come out in Age 1, Age 2, Age 3, and Age 4, you get to do that special ability. So that's what's going to stop everyone from doing the exact same things. There's a little bit of a race element. There's going to be some goals out there. The first person that accomplishes them gets more points than people that come along later. And the game has 4 different maps. And each map has a slight tweak, a slight additional rule that's going to make it unique and different. I've had a blast with this game. I played this probably 3 or 4 times, almost in a row, like consecutive days when I first got it. It just checks all the boxes. If you like games that are quick, like half an hour, lets you kind of do your own thing with having some interaction as far as the race is concerned with other players. It's also fun because when you see the special abilities that other people get, you're going to be like, oh man, that is so cool. I like mine, but I like yours more. But it's really going to be something when you look at the board state that you're at, maybe that special ability that you picked is perfect for what you're doing right now and is going to guide your strategy going into the future. That is Guild of Merchant Explorers. I think this one is really cool. Again, if you like quick roll and write style games, this one is one to take a look at. I'm Kylie at Games Unlimited. Come on down, take a copy home, unbox some fun, explore the world, become a new merchant explorer, and unbox some fun.